I'm Dennis Bragg in Stevensville, where a new site plan and a few new treasures means another chapter in the history of historic Fort Owen. In the story of Montana's settlement, tiny Fort Owen looms large, a transition point from the original St. Mary's mission to a Bitterroot landmark with Montana's first sawmill, grist mill, farm, and school.
Fort Owen's role was really much bigger than just an extension of the mission or an extension of the ranch itself. This was the economic center of activity for settlement.
No one's ever disputed the significance of Fort Owen. It's in terms of its historical significance. It's a matter of how do we best both preserve the site and interpret it to the public.
Now, for the first time in decades, Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks is able to rework and restore a path cleared by the cooperation of Mila Yaris, who purchased the ranch 3 years ago, pledging to honor the site and improve access.
That really changed the tenor of the conversation, allowed us to get where we wanted to be for a long time.
Giving the state a full acre for a new parking area.
We got to first fix the access issues and get people into the site with improvements to the road and a new parking lot. Then we got to preserve what's here. These old structures on site need some preservation and some TLC.
That's already started with the replacement of some roofs this past winter and plans to patch the historic adobe walls.
For whatever reason, sprinklers were set here to keep this lawn nice and green in the summer, and those sprinklers wore away a lot of that old adobe. The plaster inside the walls is failing and falling off the walls. So we're going to be doing a lot of little things like that, and then reaching out to folks like the Salish Kootenai tribe to make sure that their voices are told in the new interpretive plan that we develop.
Preserving a place of peace where archaeology surveys are already adding to the story with new artifacts.
They all were right here, out in these fields. And one of the great things about this place now is that we can tell the story and the fields are still here.
The park will remain closed during this restoration phase. It's also important to point out that historic places like this are closed to private citizens looking for artifacts. That's against the law.
Hopefully it's going to help, the folks who live here on this ranch, hopefully make it clearer to people where they should park, and it'll give the community, I think, a better sense of pride of this place.
In Stevensville, Dennis Bragg, MTN News.